Everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from February 28th from the Daily Signal. And bet you didn't see this one coming, or you probably did, given the things that we're finding out about the Biden administration. But it says how the Biden admin interfered in Poland's elections to shift our ally leftward. And yeah, I know that was a big thing going to Poland's last election. They were like, no, vote for the guy that didn't win. And Poland came out and voted for the guy that did, and now things were happening there. So it says, when J.D. Vance was still a senator in January 2024, he lamented on X, until recently, Poland had a conservative government. Using a lot of diplomatic and economic pressure, the Biden administration and many European nations attacked that government as anti-democracy. In the name of protecting democracy, they're using your tax dollars to attack a government that was a great ally of ours. Well, they still are, but, I get what he means. This is 1 year later, when the new Department of Government Efficiency under the leadership of Elon Musk began auditing the U.S. Agency for International Development in January 2025, and that's USAID, by the way, as the things that exposed sent shockwaves globally. Revelations of millions of dollars in questionable grants, including funds aimed at changing Poland's government, showed how American taxpayer money was at work in Warsaw. So how do you like that? Your taxpayer money went to basically electing the wrong type of government in another country. It says Poland is a key NATO ally and one of the geopolitical hotspots located between Germany and Russia. Internally, it has long been split by a struggle between a post-communist liberal coalition and conservative transatlantic forces centered around the PIS, the Law and Justice Party, which was ousted from power in 2023. At that time, we already had indications, of possible interference by the Joe Biden administration in Poland's 2023 elections. Biden's USAID, supported the anti-conservative coalition that assumed power in fall 2023 under Donald Tusk. And yes, that is actually the guy's name. I remember the first time I saw it, I'm like, that cannot possibly be the guy's name just because of Donald Trump, Donald Tusk. No, that's his name. According to the Polish website money.pl, at least 27 Polish institutions received USAID money in the last 5 years, mostly for leftist propaganda and anti-PIS activities. And I see some Polish names coming up, and I am going to butcher the shit out of these, and I apologize. This is recently as Wednesday. Authors, it's probably Gregory, so that's what I'm just going to call him. I'm not even going to try the last name, and I don't even know that other person's name there. Sorry. Wrote in Gazeta Polska, during Joe Biden's presidency, millions of dollars from American taxpayers were funneled to organizations in Poland. So sorry, guys, I butchered, or I didn't want to butcher the name, so it is what it is. Sorry. In December 2023, two Polish authors published the article How to Dismantle a Liberal Democracy in the Journal of Democracy, maintained by the National Endowment for Democracy, a private grant-making foundation in the United States. And the NED, I've heard of them too, and they're basically like USAID in a way. Go listen to Mike Benz. He's talked about them before. Follow him on X. Great, probably one of the best follows on X, to be honest. He talks about all the BS, the government bloat. That's his thing. The article was intended as a roadmap for the fight against conservative forces and presented Poland as a testing ground for radical solutions against the right. Its populism, however, thrives today all over the world. If we leave its crimes unchecked and unpunished, people all over the world may become even more jaded by politics. This makes the events in Poland all the more important, it said. The authors, and more Polish names coming up, again, I'm going to butcher them. I'm sorry. It says Carolina Wigura is probably Vigora, and Yaroslav Kus, again, butchering that, and I'm sorry. They're the backbone of the Polish magazine Kultura Liberalna, or Liberal Culture, which is funded by USAID. Oh, Mike Benz's name pops up here. As Mike Benz, a former U.S. State Department official, highlighted the United States' interference in Polish politics on the Joe Rogan Experience, stating, "This did a great job of altering the election. They created capacity to do black propaganda, economic sabotage, and demolition, and the American people can't find out." Interestingly, the most frequent American author in Kultura Liberalna was Anne Applebaum, wife of Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs Radoslaw Sikorski, and co-author of Tusk's book, The Choice. The magazine published 12 interviews with her and promoted her work extensively. If you know who she is, I think she's a journalist, and I think she's done stuff for, is she a journalist? I don't even remember. I know the name, though. Go look her up, whatever. It says, today, both Tusk and Sikorski present themselves as trustworthy political partners for Donald Trump. In actuality, they oppose the ideas, values, and policies the Trump administration holds regarding Poland, NATO, and Europe. During the 2023 parliamentary campaigns, Tusk called Trump a Russian agent, while Sikorsky wrote on X, Trump, Putin's man in the White House. And Applebaum's article about the U.S. presidential campaign comparing Trump to Hitler, Stalin, and Mussolini completes the picture. Yes, because he's every single bad guy at the same time. Notice he didn't put, like, Mao or Pol Pot in there. Why don't we just throw them in there, too? Might as well put in John Wayne Gacy. I mean, Christ. Again, more Polish names, going to butcher them. Going to see a lot more coming up. It says, in 2021, Rafał Trzaskowski, Warsaw's mayor and widely regarded as Poland's most woke politician and now Civic Platform Party's presidential candidate, launched Campus Polska, an annual event that has become the largest anti-PIS gathering in Poland. The event's tone was laid bare at its latest edition in August, where a charged-up crowd, animated by current Minister of Sport Sławomir Nitras, shouted, F the PIS, which became the informal motto of the event. Among the partners of the anti-conservative event were several non-governmental organizations supported by USAID, including George Soros' Open Society, the European Democracy Youth Network, Futura Liberalna, and the Marxist Kritika Political Critique. We're just going to say that magazine. So all good groups, right? Another example of direct interference in the Polish election campaign was I'm just going to say Election Lighthouse magazine. I'm not going to even try the Polish thing there, which didn't merely conduct voter education, but pushed to skew the process towards liberal left-wing parties. Today, we know that the Election Lighthouse was funded by USAID and the German Marshall Fund. Hold on, got a yawn coming. Okay, it went away. I said I had a yawn coming, and then it just decided, nope, not coming. So it says USAID also supported the Election Travel Office website, which encouraged a practice of election tourism. The strategy was clever. If the right group of voters cast their ballots in districts other than where they were originally registered, it could boost the anti-conservative opposition candidates. This effort got a big push from opposition-friendly media. Additionally, Biden's U.S. ambassador to Poland, Mark Brzezinski, aligned with the post-communist liberal coalition, which was seen as endorsing this shift away from the conservative PIS party, especially as the new left-wing government took authoritarian steps like the illegal takeover of public media. Wait, so I did not realize. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just rereading to myself what I read there, and sorry, I'm really tired right now. Oh wow, okay. Oh, Biden's ambassador. For some reason, I was thinking it was I read Biden and thought Trump, but yes, that was wrong. Yeah, I was completely wrong about what I was thinking there. So okay, it makes sense now. It says the aftermath of the 2023 Polish elections reveals a grim picture. Conservative voices face legal threats, signaling a post-Soviet governing style over a democratic bloom. A push for woke ideologies clashes with Poland's traditional common sense, eroding its cultural core. And the new government's ties to Russia and China raise red flags about national security, hinting at a shift from Poland's historic stance against communism. Yeah, because they went through it pretty hardcore, so I don't think they want to go back to that, or I would think they wouldn't want to. The intervention in Poland's election wasn't about promoting democracy, but reshaping Polish society in line with the liberal American establishment. American Democrats benefited greatly. They gained a submissive NATO ally to counter Trump's influence, they weakened conservative forces across Europe, and they likely facilitated hundreds of millions of dollars in climate and tech contracts in Poland for Democrat-friendly U.S. corporations. While the U.S. Inflation Reduction Act's $369 billion clean fund funds clean energy projects in the U.S., it has spurred U.S. clean tech companies such as Next Era Energy, General Motors, and Albemarle Corporation, which donated over $4 million to Democrats in 2024, to invest in Poland's green energy transition, boosting Democratic fundraising and policy agendas ahead of the 2024 U.S. elections. While questions about the legitimacy of the current government in Warsaw remain open, the new American the new American administration should investigate the overthrow of the most pro-American ally in Europe. Yeah, that sounds like it was a little bit not on the up and up, so there we go. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.